investigating unit and Transnet that have welcomed a judgment by the Special Tribunal that has instructed former employee of the utility, Herbert Msagala, to pay back the amount of 26.4 million rand. The Special Tribunal found that Msagala illegally received payments from Transnet service provider IGS Consulting engineers. Well, let's take you to SIU spokesperson Kaiser Khanyago, who joins us on the line. Mr. Khanyago, good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. This case, of course, has been crucial because we have the suspect here, Mr. Msagala, who was an employee of Transnet and yet at the same time seemed to have been benefiting from business done elsewhere. Tell us a bit more about this case.
Thank you very much, Kathy, and thank you to your viewers. This case happened some time back when we were investigating what happened in 2015-2016 at Transnet. And we found that Mr. Msagala, who was an executive at the time, was able to then give a contract to a company called IGS, and then he was receiving gratification on the side. And initially, we had thought that the gratification was of an amount of 18 million, but now we have since found another 8 million that was also given to him. With that, he bought 35 cars and he bought 5 houses. And those were forfeited to the state. And today we went back to court and the judgment was done where we are saying that we want to claim 26.4 million rand from him. And that is the amount that we are getting back from him. And we will then have to sell all of those properties that we took to try and recover. And once we find the 26.4 million, we will stop there. But if we don't, we will also get his pension, which we have freezed until we're finalized with this matter.
As far as you know, have you frozen and, taken the assets that he gained while he was at Transnet, or do you think that there's more money that he could have benefited that you simply weren't able to track down?
Yeah, so far, that's why I was indicating that we had initially thought it was 18 million, and that when we started the proceedings, we were trying to recover 18 million. But now we got some extra 8.4 million, and therefore we have asked the court to augment that amount, and this is the amount that the ruling today gave us. And if we continue with this investigation, because the investigation continues, and we find that there is more, we will not hesitate to go there. But also, from where we are sitting, we want to send a clear message that if you are in the employ of a state institution and you want to get gratification out of it, of the contracts that you've entered into on behalf of this institution, we will find you and you will have trouble, because in this case, we'll have to get all the money that he had gotten as gratification, because that money belongs to Transnet.
Is this where it ends for Mr. Msagala? So effectively, once all of the money has been recouped, then he's off the hook and could well find himself in another SOE a couple of years down the line?
I don't think so, because now that we have done the civil side of things, one of the things that we do is to now send this matter to the National Prosecuting Authority for him to be charged criminally, because this is something that we've got to look into.
And in as far as Transnet is concerned, any other executives that you are tracing in this regard who could well find themselves facing a similar fate?
No, definitely. The investigation in Transnet is continuing, and we are looking at many other people that might have benefited in other contracts. And for us, it is something that we will pursue up to the end. In this particular instance, we found the evidence that we were looking for. We presented the evidence to the Special Tribunal, and that is why we got the judgment.
SIU spokesperson Kaiser Khanyago, let me thank you so much for your time tonight.